Jayhawks winning it by 16 as they win for the 17th straight time. Maryland falling short in its quest for its 5th ever Elite Eight. They led for a good portion of this game in the first half, but the Jayhawks just too strong down the stretch against 16-point victors. Sean, what'd you take from Maryland's loss here?
Well, Maryland had to feel very good about where they were at halftime, only down 2 to Kansas because they had 2 big guys in foul trouble, Stone and Robert Carter. In foul trouble, they had to go to their bench. Guys like Tchaikovsky and Dodd delivered for them. But there's a lot of things in the second half you can point to. I go back to when the score was 50-43, Kansas up 7. Maryland has 3 empty possessions with Perry Ellis on the bench, and I just thought that they needed to cut into that lead with Perry Ellis, who was such a difficult matchup for them tonight. On the bench, they weren't able to do so, and then Maryland continued to get in foul trouble. Stone got his 4th foul, and it was essentially over after that.
Yeah, Ellis was phenomenal in this game, 27 points. Second half, it just felt like Maryland had no answers defensively. It's a team whose identity has been built so much on defense through the course of the year. But down the stretch, with a few notable exceptions, I mean, certainly the game against Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament, they defended beautifully. But down the stretch in crunch time, they haven't necessarily defended the way you would expect them to.
And they didn't help themselves once the ball went up on the backboard. Over the last 2 ball games, the Terrapins out-rebounded 29-9 on the offensive glass. And that doesn't always necessarily mean points, second chance points for the opposition, but what it does do is it gives the team that they're playing, in this case tonight, Kansas, extra possessions, and you could kind of see the cumulative effect of that. I think they got a little bit demoralized on the defensive end of the floor, especially with Coach Turgeon having to rotate so many big guys in there because of the foul situation.
13 offensive rebounds in this game for Kansas. Maryland had 22 defensive rebounds, so pretty significant rebounding percentage there offensively for KU. And then the shooting struggles, an obvious storyline. They got away with it against Hawaii, going 1 of 18. They couldn't get away with it here, 5 of 25.
Yeah, and that just continues. They were 1 of 18 last time out versus Hawaii, to your point, Dave, where they were able to pull out a win. Not going to get it done against a team like Kansas. I really like the way that they fought because they had some adversity in the first half because of the foul difficulty. Suleiman came out and kind of set the tone offensively. But Kansas, what I really liked about them, you could tell this was a team, there's a reason they won 17 straight. When they needed a basket, they got the ball to Perry Ellis, and he figured out a way to get it done, and he took advantage of some of the inexperience. Once a guy like Tchaikovsky was on him, or Dodd, he went right at them, and Kansas did an excellent job of putting him in ISO situations.